Welcome to the Oklahoma Department of Emergency Management video presentation series. In this video, you will learn how to submit your quarterly report. All applicants are required to submit quarterly reports for all projects categorized as large projects, and including Cat Z projects. Quarterly reports will need to start immediately after the large projects have been obligated by FEMA. Quarterly reports are required on all projects up until they have been closed and approved by OEM and FEMA. You will have a quarterly report required for each grant. Quarterly reports are automatically generated each quarter. Applicants will receive an email with a link to the quarterly report. If you do not receive the email, you can also go to your home page and find your quarterly reports that are due. Quarterly reports are due the 10th day of the month following the end of the quarter. To submit your quarterly report, first log into the system. To complete a quarterly report, from your home page, click on the Quarterly Reports tab on the left-hand side of your screen. This will list all of your quarterly reports, the ones completed, including the ones pending submission. To complete a quarterly report, click on the quarterly report you want to complete. All those in pending submission are waiting for you to complete. From here, you will go to the Form tab. You will notice that there are 3 projects within this grant. One of 3. In the drop down, you'll see there is Project 20, 28, and 61. You will need to complete a form for each of these. The top of the form will have the category, your eligible amount, and your work deadline. The notes section will give you an opportunity to link to time extensions. So if you are going to go past the work deadline, you will need to create a time extension and request that extension. If you are going to change, if the scope is changed, or if the amount is going to go over the eligible amount or even significantly under the eligible amount, you will need to do a scope change, and you can create a scope change from this screen as well. If you are complete with the project and you want to create a closeout, you can also do that right here from that screen. Okay. So then the next section is your general section, and this is where you will fill out the information about the project. You will enter the current percent complete. So this is not how much funds you've expended, but the actual work that's been completed. The next one is the total funds that you've expended to date. The anticipated final amount, so whatever amount you think you might spend at the end, and then the anticipated completion date. Once again, if any of these are different, you may want to also request a time extension or a scope change. The next section is the project funds to be requested for reimbursement. Large projects are eligible for reimbursements. If you want to go ahead and request monies for things you've expended thus far without doing a closeout, so you've not completed the project, but the project you have expended a significant amount, you can request a reimbursement request. So you would put the estimated amount you're going to request, and then you would actually need to request that reimbursement request through the reimbursement request process. We have videos and how-to documents on how to do that as well. Then the next section is the status. So you're going to select one of the statuses, whether maybe the work's complete but you've not done the closeout. you might do this if you don't have all your documentation ready for the closeout, but the work's complete. So you could still be in progress, or maybe you've not started. Even if you've not started the project, you still need to report and let us know that. If you select other, then you'll need to actually give us some comments in the comment box. The cost status, again, unchanged, overrun, underrun, other, we would need you to make a comment as well. The next section, state use only, and then you will click the submission consent button, and then you'll click the save button. Okay, so and you will need to do this for each project. So you can either click the next project and you see that this changes in the drop down, or you can select the drop down and go to whichever project you want. Okay, so once you have completed the form for all 3 projects, you're going to click the advance button. At this time, you can leave a note if you want to leave a note for anyone at the state office. If not, you will just click advance again. And you'll see that it's now gone to the second step, which is the OEM QR review. So additional things you can do on the quarterly report, at the bottom of each of the screens, you can add notes. You can also add supporting documentation. So if you have like a project plan or something like that, if you want to upload that, you can. You can also open issues if you're having any issues with the quarterly report or the projects. So once you've done that and advanced it, you are done with your quarterly report. If for some reason there's something that's not correct with the quarterly report or not completely filled out, or the state has questions, you may end up getting that sent back to you. And so it will show up again in your pending submission step, and you will need to correct anything. The state will always put a note down here in the bottom as to what the issue was and why it's being returned to you, and you'll need to correct any of those and then advance it again. Okay, so that is the end of the video for how to enter your quarterly report. Please watch our additional videos on our YouTube channel, and thank you.